How to control your mind. Point 2. There is something about your old belief system, your old pattern of living. They have inscribed themselves into your nervous system like background music, such that even when they make you miserable, they're familiar. And to your subconscious self, familiar equals safe. This is why it does all that is possible to resist new, unfamiliar things. Now try to imagine changing that. Welcome to Mind Elevate. Our channel has one core mission, and that is to help you rise to your higher self with our daily dose of mind-uplifting content, affirmations, and other empowering resources, not just positive words but life-transforming. So please subscribe to stay in tune. Let's get started. Picture stepping into a reality where you are powerful, magnetic, decisive. Where you're open to love, aligned with abundance, fearless in your expression. It sounds great consciously, doesn't it? But to the part of your brain wired to equate sameness with survival, it sounds like a threat. This is why the moment you inch toward real change, everything starts to feel harder. Old habits flare up. Procrastination slithers in. Doubt drips into your mind like a slow poison. You begin to question everything. Your direction, your worth, your readiness. That's resistance. But it's not here to destroy you. It's here to protect you. You see, your mind isn't trying to sabotage your growth. It's trying to protect you using outdated code. It wants to keep you from pain, shame, rejection, or overwhelm. It's running a survival script written in the past, not updated for your future. And if you don't understand this, you'll misread the signs. You'll interpret discomfort as danger. You'll see fear as a stop sign when really, it's a yellow light. It's saying, slow down, get present, don't turn back. Because here's a truth many people miss. Real transformation rarely feels good at first. It feels vulnerable, exposed, unfamiliar. That's not failure, that's growth. You're not just changing thoughts, you're changing identity. You're rewriting the entire operating system your life runs on. And that takes time. It takes energy, repetition, compassion. So how do we move through resistance without collapsing into self-sabotage? Let's break it down. Step 1. Normalize the fear response. There is nothing wrong with you because you feel resistance. Let that sink in. This isn't a flaw. It's a biological survival response. When you try to stretch beyond what you've known, the amygdala, the brain's alarm system, lights up. It can't tell the difference between emotional exposure and physical danger. All it registers is deviation from the norm, and that's enough to trigger the emergency brake. This is why you must expect fear. Normalize it. Even thank it for trying to keep you safe, but don't let it drive the car. You're not here to erase fear. You're here to stop letting it decide your future. Let fear speak. Just don't let it rule. Step 2. Create micro shifts, not earthquakes. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to change everything overnight. You don't need to bulldoze your life into a new shape. That's not transformation, that's trauma. Real change is slow, steady, cellular. It begins with micro shifts, tiny, consistent moves that gently stretch your identity. That whisper to the brain, we're okay. This is safe. Want to become more confident? Practice one brave sentence each day. Want to believe you're worthy of love? Begin by holding eye contact with yourself in the mirror. Want to heal your money wounds? Track what you already have, and do it with gratitude. Every small shift is a seed. And every seed tells your subconscious, we tried something new and nothing bad happened. That's how trust is built. That's how transformation sticks. Step 3. Anchor change in the body. Resistance isn't just in your head. It lives in your body. Your body holds memory. It remembers who you've been, what you've survived, where you've shrunk. So even when your mind is ready, your body might still flinch at the unknown. That's why change can feel like anxiety, fatigue, tightness, or numbness. Don't fight that. Don't overthink it. Speak to your body in its own language: breath, movement, presence. When resistance shows up, drop out of the mental spiral. Come back into your body. Try this. Breathe slowly for 2 minutes. Shake out your limbs. Sit in stillness and name what you're feeling without judgment. This is how you tell your nervous system, we're not in danger. You can relax. And when the body relaxes, change becomes possible. Step 4. Separate from the inner critic. The inner critic loves transition. It thrives on uncertainty. It sounds like your voice, but it isn't your truth. You'll fail again. Who do you think you are? This isn't you. Sound familiar? That's not intuition. That's the echo of past wounds, childhood rules, cultural noise. Give it a name if you need to: the protector, the doubter, the old code. Listen with curiosity, not fear. Say, I hear you, but we're choosing differently now. When you separate yourself from the critic, you stop being the one under attack and start becoming the one in charge. That's when you reclaim authorship over your story. Step 5. Commit to repetition, not perfection. Here's the quiet secret to dissolving resistance. You don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to do it repeatedly. The mind adapts through evidence. And every time you show up, imperfectly, inconsistently, awkwardly, you show your subconscious that this new identity is survivable. Eventually, the unfamiliar becomes familiar. The strange becomes safe. The scary becomes second nature. You don't have to believe in the transformation fully. Just practice it long enough that your nervous system stops resisting it. Because this is how you prove to your mind that change does not mean death. Change means life. Befriending the process. You're not broken because change feels hard. You're human. Resistance is not a sign to stop. It's the final guardian at the gate of evolution. Its job is to test your desire, to ask, how badly do you want this? Will you choose yourself again even when it's easier not to? You don't need to overpower resistance. You just need to understand it, love it, work with it. Because once you walk through it, once you choose the unfamiliar and live, the resistance dissolves. The new becomes normal. And the mind, once your obstacle, becomes your ally. That death you feared? It wasn't yours. It was the death of your limitations. Let them go. You're ready for more. Emotional alchemy, turning triggers into transformation. Most people fear their emotions, not because emotions are dangerous, but because no one ever taught them how to feel without drowning. We're taught to stay calm, think positive, don't overreact. So we repress, minimize, or judge our emotional waves. We stuff them down, call them irrational, pretend they don't exist. But unprocessed emotions don't disappear. They linger. They leak. They surface through our reactions, our relationships, our choices, our self-talk. And the louder they become, the harder we work to shut them up, with distraction, addiction, perfectionism, or emotional numbness. But what if the things that trigger you are trying to heal you? This is emotional alchemy, the sacred art of taking raw, uncomfortable feelings and turning them into clarity, power, and truth. The truth about triggers. Let's begin by reclaiming a misunderstood word: trigger. A trigger is not the problem. It's the messenger. A trigger is the moment something outside you, an offhand comment, a social media post, a silence, a tone of voice, activates something unresolved within you. When someone criticizes you and your chest tightens, it's not about their words. It's about your deeper belief: I'm not enough. When someone doesn't text back and you spiral into overthinking, it's not about their delay. It's about the old wound of feeling invisible, ignored, forgotten. Triggers are breadcrumbs. They lead you inward. And they always point to something deeper that wants to be seen. The problem is, most of us never pause long enough to read the message. We react. We shut down. We project. We shame ourselves for even having feelings. That's where the emotional loop begins. And that's where we can finally break it. Emotional reactions are feedback, not failures. When you're triggered, your body speaks first. Your breath shortens. Your stomach churns. Your fists clench. This isn't weakness. This is data. This is your nervous system waving a flag that says, something's here. Pay attention. But instead of paying attention, we usually default to one of two patterns. 1. Suppress. We push the emotion down, distract ourselves, pretend everything's fine. 2. Project. We lash out, blame others, deflect the discomfort outward. Both options keep us stuck in loops of pain. Alchemy begins when we choose the third path. Observe, feel, and transform. And it starts with a simple shift. Step 1. Name what you're feeling. It sounds simple, but most people were never taught emotional language. We learned grammar, math, and history, but not emotional literacy. So instead of saying, I feel shame because I failed, we say, I'm fine. Or worse, I'm a mess. Here's the science. Naming emotions actually calms the brain. Neuroscience calls it, name it to tame it. When you label your feelings, you activate the thinking brain and reduce the emotional alarm. Try. I notice I feel anxious. There's some sadness moving through. I feel anger rising. This isn't indulgence. It's self-leadership. Step 2. Ask what it's pointing to. Now that you've named the emotion, don't rush to fix it. Get curious. Ask, what is this feeling trying to show me? Behind every emotion is a message. Anger? Boundary crossed. Sadness? Something wants to be released. Anxiety? Uncertainty or lack of control. Envy? A hidden desire you haven't claimed yet. Don't judge your feelings. They're not bad or good. They're guides. Truth carriers showing you what part of you needs healing, attention, or clarity. Step 3. Let it move through you. Emotions are meant to move. If you suppress them, they stagnate and turn into stress, fatigue, illness. If you over-identify with them, they become your identity. I am anxious. I am broken. The key is this: feel without fusing. Let it rise. Let it peak. Let it fall. You can move emotions by conscious breathing, journaling unfiltered, speaking the truth aloud, moving your body, crying without shame. Let the energy complete its cycle. The emotion isn't here to imprison you. It's here to pass through you. Thank you for watching to this point. I believe this content did resonate with you. Kindly like, subscribe, and share with many who need to take control of their mind for faster manifestation.